I'll start by giving you a little bit of history, if you don't mind. In the Victorian period, this was very much a centre for producing drinking water. There were no less than 3 major filter beds here.
And what we're doing is that we are planting for pollinators, for bees and butterflies and other pollinators every 100 to 200 metres along the buzz line.
Taking up local issues in Walthamstow, Hackney, and also around where we felt there was a connectedness.
The incredible work that's been done along the River Lea in the last couple of decades. Art-led, the line, the incredible sculpture walk that you can take along here. Regeneration-led from artists who have made the river a desirable place to be. We really see the River Lea as a bit of a blueprint for the roading over embarking.
A lot of the parks, we've got a lot of green space around here, as you can see, but a lot of the parks is mostly mown grass. We are working with the local community, with schools and youth hubs and faith centres and residents to create parklets and planters and help on community gardens to plant again for pollinators. What's also important in the Hackney Nature Recovery Plan is the importance of creating green corridors that connect up the parks so you get that ecological connectivity between the parks through the built-up areas, which means that insects, pollinators, birds and other animals can move between them. It's a model that can be replicated anywhere. In fact, we've now got a sister project in Kampala in Uganda who are doing a similar kind of thing.
So I'm going to talk a bit about Lea Marshes. We feel that even if we don't succeed in saving bits of green space from being developed, that we can do something. Like with the ice rink, we were quite insistent that they had better planting around the ice rink, which they have done, and they've created a little pond area.
This bit we're on here, in fact, it's not part of the River Lea at all. It's the River Lea navigation. It's a canal, effectively, that was dug in the 19th century. And on the other side of the old River Lea is Essex, and there were 2 filter beds there: the Essex number 1 filter beds and the Essex number 2 filter beds. And they produced drinking water for all of East London, millions of households, up until about the 1960s. In the 1960s, they stopped using this area for drinking water, and it was moved further up the river to the copper mill filter beds. And so the filter beds here were abandoned. The Middlesex filter beds and the Essex number 2 filter beds were turned into nature reserves, and they're still open as nature reserves now, and you can visit them anytime you like. But the Essex number 1 filter beds were not turned over to nature reserves. They were retained by what became Thames Water at the time of privatisation, and since the 1960s just been used as a depot. It's sort of pipe work and machinery and stuff like that. And the filter beds themselves were covered over in concrete. At Lea Marshes, we developed this plan to do something alternative with it, and that was when this organisation called the East London Waterworks Park was inaugurated.
There's kind of been quite a rich history of moorings in London of boaters looking to revive the environment around them. We're actually fairly near Cody Dock, which is another fantastic day out, which was a boater-led initiative that took a litter-strewn, dumped, mopeds, fridges, what have you, and took on a long-term lease from a mixture of Thames Water and the local councils, and then have revived that area. There's also Surge, which is another boater cooperative just down on the tidal Lea here. Maybe you're in West London, there's Curb in Kensal Rise. Maybe you're in Central London, there's Haggerston, there's the Chug. So there's all sorts of boater cooperatives that have set up moorings and are trying to enliven and revive the river.
The only thing I could say is this, is that you should, as much as possible, we can all be involved. It doesn't take money. It just takes like a support of an email sometimes, or maybe signing a petition, or sometimes just being there at the moment in time. You know, we can all do this. It's not a great strength. My best wish is for us all to be involved in the future of the environment of East London. It really is as simple as that. It's no more than that.